Hello, Kaukauna Public Library patrons. This is James again, here to show you how you can register for our curbside pickup. So the first thing you'll want to do is you'll go to our library website. It's kaukaunalibrary.org. You'll put it up here in the bar, right here. Once you type that in and press the Enter button, it'll take you right here to our home page. The next thing you want to do is navigate here with your mouse, click on Calendar. One click will do. It'll take you to our calendar, April 2020. So now the next thing you have to ask yourself is, what time and date would I like to come to the library to pick up my materials? So let's just say, right now it's April 29th and it's around 8 at night. Let's say tomorrow morning, okay, I have some books I'd like to pick up around 1 p.m. tomorrow. So we'll click on this once. See this time frame, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., 1 to 2 right there, curbside pickup request. Make sure it says curbside pickup request. That's how you know that that's the correct thing to click on, because we will have other events like these virtual preschool story times and Wonderful Ones, all these. So make sure it says curbside pickup. You click it once, and then this window to the right will open up. And, look at this. It says registration is closed. So that is because, like I mentioned, it's 8 p.m. right now. And I was trying to register an event, for an event tomorrow. After 5 p.m. the day before, it's going to close all registrations for that day. So for April 30th, I can't register for any of these because it's after 5 p.m. If I were to do the same thing at, let's say, 4:30 in the afternoon, this would say registrate, or I'll show you. It'll say like open spots. It depends how many people are registered, but it will say right here, spots available and registration is open. So that's how you know that you're able to register for something. So there is a caveat I do want to mention though. If the spots available says 1, you do want to be careful, because if you go through and register, you type in all the titles you want, all the books you want, and then you hit send, sometimes somebody else could have beaten you to the punch and you won't actually register for that time slot. And it will let you know then, so you'll know you're not registered. It won't say you're confirmed. It'll say error, event is full, even though when you initially clicked on it, it wasn't. So just be extra careful if there's only 1 spot available here. Just keep. I would maybe write down the books that you want, just in case the form doesn't go through, because you'll have to put all that information back in to another. Like let's say we'd have to go to the 10 a.m. if that one was full. So now that those caveats are out of the way, let's say we're interested in May 1st, a 9 a.m. pickup. So I click on this once, this window opens. You can either use this scroll bar, you click it, hold on it, and drag it down, or you can click individually, these arrows. This will bring you down. You can also click and hold. It'll take you to the bottom. And you want to click on View More. I click it once, then it takes me to the registration page. First thing we'll want to do, and I'm going to put my information in here. I'll do email is optional. Don't feel obligated to put an email field in there unless you want to be notified by email that your be reminded that you have an upcoming pickup scheduled, because usually this asterisk means that it's a required field here, but it's actually not. Because at the end of the field, it'll ask you what you want to be, how you want to be notified, and you can just select phone, and you can leave this blank if you don't have an email or don't want to provide one. So don't worry too much about that. So for now, I'm just going to leave it blank. Library card number, that's pretty self-explanatory. Usually starts with a number like this, and then we'll just say that's the number. And now the form is going to ask you if you have any items that are currently on hold at the library. So say, before we closed, say you had some holds on the shelf, you can still pick those up. So you'll just click yes here. That'll let us know that we have to go to the hold shelf and look through it for your items. We'll pull them, and then we'll give them to you on the curb. Next thing, it's asking if you'd like any print materials checked out on your card. This includes adult fiction, non-fiction books, magazines, children's books, teen books. For this example, we're going to say yes. And now I have already pulled up an example of a book that you might want. Over in this tab here, I just searched up a Harry Potter book, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. So what you'll want to do is give us the title first of all. And what I like to do, if this was me doing it, the quickest way, I would highlight the whole title, and the way that you highlight is to click and hold, and you drag the mouse to the end, and then you let go, so it's all blue. Then you right-click, then copy. Click copy once, then you can go back here to the form, click so that the cursor appears, right-click again, paste. That's right here. That's called copy and paste. And see right there? It says the whole title. It cuts off little. This is kind of a small field, but it's all there. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Illustrated Edition. We can go back here. And this isn't, it's not necessary, but it would help us out a lot if you could do it. If you could give us the call number as well. You could do this whole thing if you want. It doesn't matter to us. As long as it says call number, and then this one is Rowling Harry. We'll copy it, put it here, put it at the end of it, and I can use the arrow keys to navigate this. Space button, right click, paste, there. Now it's got the call number along with it. And do make note, I have another video about this you can find on the same page as this one. Please make sure that the materials are available at the Kaukauna Library, because if it's checked out right now, we won't be able to get it to you, since our trucks are not shipping books back and forth between libraries for people to check out at this time. So let's say you put in all the books you like here, and then you go to AV Materials. For this purpose, it's the same thing. I'm just going to say no, but you could put a video. Let's say you wanted the video for Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire as well. Type that in there, and then and this would be yes in that case. But for now, we'll just do no. Now this part, if we cannot supply the exact titles requested above, all of the things up here, would you like staff to select similar items? Here you can say yes. In that case, maybe we can't find Harry Potter on the shelf when you requested it. We'll pull another book that's maybe magical in nature, around the same age range for the reader, and then we'll put that, maybe you like that, we'll put that in your curbside pickup. You don't have to do that. You can select no, then we won't do that. It's completely up to you. Now, if you pick yes, a lot of people will use the field below here. Is there anything else you'd like us to know? You could type here that any details, like, yeah, I'm really into wizards. I like to read something that's more contemporary. Just any details like that can help us find the books that you would like. But you don't have to say yes on this, and you don't have to fill this out if you don't want to. However, this next field, vehicle license plate, that is required. So you type your vehicle license plate in. Let's just say, for example, THE123. Say that's your plate. That you do have to show up in the vehicle that you list here. If you don't, we will not open the door to give you the books, because this is our only way of identifying that you are who you say you are, and that you are the one that gets the books. And that's reiterated right here. It says pickup must be done in vehicle with plates listed here. Staff can only bring the materials to this vehicle as a means of contactless identification of borrower. And you do have to agree to this. There's only one option, so make sure you click yes or the form won't go through. And right here, we do appreciate it if you would, if you have to cancel your request, reschedule, pick up, or make any changes, if you call us at this number, 766-634-40, a minimum of 1 hour before you pick up. And if you agree to that, you click yes. And now the last thing that you have to select is this Remind Me. And now this is where you can sign up for notifications before the pickup happens. You can select email if you provided one, but like I said before, you don't have to. You can select text, and you can also select the frequency. Well, usually you can. This one seems to be at 1 day, so maybe default to 1 day before, or you could just opt out of it completely. Now, you would just click Submit. But before that, I do want to go over our rules for curbside pickup, which are right to the right over here. So the first rule is you'll pull up to the marked area. You'll see a marked area on the right-hand side, kind of near the library, by the wooden doors. It'll say Curbside Pickup. There's a sign. You'll pull up there, but do not exit your vehicle yet. You just wait there. Next thing that will happen is library staff will step outside the library. We'll put your items on a blue cart, and then we will go back into the library and close the door. Once the staff have closed the door, then you can get out of your vehicle, pick up the books, and bring it back. And then you could be on your way. The books will already be checked out, and the reason for doing that is, of course, we want to limit the spread of the virus, so the least amount of contact we can have, the better. So as long as you understand all of that, you can go down here and click Submit. I will not click click submit because this will actually take somebody's space that they could otherwise register for. But once you do click submit, up at the top of the page it'll take you back up here, and right here it'll say confirmed for this date and time. It'll say confirmed Friday, May 1st from 9 to 10 a.m. But if it doesn't say it, there might be an error with your form. So let's say I left out my phone number. It will warn you about that too. So I click submit. I know this isn't going to work because I didn't put a phone number in. Oh, it's taking a little bit of time now. There we go. The phone field is required. See, it will warn you if you are leaving out vital information. But if everything's fine, it'll say confirmed. If not, like I mentioned at the very beginning, somebody else maybe could have submitted this form before you. Then that means they'd register for possibly the last slot. And then it'll give you an error message. And then you just have to make note of all of this, and then write it down, and then try it again on another slot. So that's the basics. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call us at 920-766-6340. We'll be happy to answer any of your questions, and hope you all stay safe out there.